What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wicked Garage. You can see in front of me we have a utility body, a well pump company that has come to do some stuff to this. Biggest thing is a box to put the well pumps in. So we're going to make a box that fits right in between here. Probably going to have to move those lines and redirect them pretty much. We got to do some diamond plate on the inside, a custom bumper on the rear, and then two pipe enclosures or storage boxes. And then we have two steps as well, so we can get up there a little bit easier. So before we get into it, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this is the elaborate bumper for the truck over there, and you can see it has a drop down. Right now it's upside down, so the bottom right here is actually the top. It has an indent for the hitch, and we're utilizing the original mounts over there, which I'll show you in a second, but you can see it goes throughout there and then it drops down. It's about a 2.5 inch drop, and then it goes over, and there in the corners of each side we will have a piece of tube, and it'll accept the receiver in order to put a vise or anything that he needs to put into there. I believe it's just vices, so he wants to have the ability of putting them in there. So I have to make sure this is strong on this side, and we're gonna have to do some cross supports and such, but it looks good. We just got to grind it down and get it all beat out so that we can get a nice chunky meaty weld in there and make sure it works. Now over here we took off the temporary bumper, which was just a piece of angle. Don't know why they don't make bumpers for this, especially when you wait so long for these builds and everything. They let you leave like this, like what the hell. But we're making it so that when it's mounted here, that is the top part, and then it'll sort of dip down the 2.5 inches. It'll get cut out around that, and then it'll go over to the corner. We'll have the vices over on each corner, or a area for the vices, and then we'll have a piece of smooth aluminum on the back and tread plate on the top. But it'll look really cool. There is still a lot to do on this. We have to move 3 hoses because for some reason they're on the other side, and there's plenty of room up in this corner, so we have to take the cover off of the top of this whole contraption right here. There's a cover up here, and we have to take the hoses off and then just reroute them down into here. Sort of a messy setup, but it is what it is, and we got to do that. Now we have the tubes cut for each side. The 6x6 will be up here, and I'll utilize this bracket, and then I'll make a U-bolt bracket up there, as well as make some brackets that attach to the ladder rack. But we'll put the 6x4 up there once we're done with the rerouting of the lines. That way that's pretty much done. And then over here we'll have the box, and that is the next major part of this. We're gonna cut out the inside tomorrow as well for the diamond plate on the inside of the walls, so that'll look nice. I got the measurements right there. Everything will be in its place and look a lot better. So we're up on top of the truck, and as you can see, we rerouted the hoses. It did a little cutout, so that is all fixed. Now there is a clear way through here for the box to sit right here. I did adjust the box a little bit so I had a little bit more room on the face, because right when I designed it, it's like pretty much in line with this, so I ended up going 2 inches out so there's room for it to hinge up and it doesn't hit this or anything. So that's all done up here. We also did all of these straps, which were a little bit of a pain because this is pretty thick stainless that's on here, and as you all know, stainless is extremely hard to drill. It's a very soft, weird material, so you have to sort of step up from there. So we did what we did, and unfortunately there was a seam on each side right across the middle where those bolts lined up, so it did make it that much harder because any welded steel is hardened. But we got that done. We got the plates cut for the inside. We got most of the box cut, and we also got the bumper pretty much figured out. We're welding it. Had a little bit of hiccup with the different welding processes and everything, so I ended up using the spool gun and then cleaning it up with the TIG. This is thicker material. The TIG heats up very fast, so it just takes a little bit more time. Want to burn that in really nice and hot so it actually melts the material together, so I don't have to worry about any future issues. Other than that, we got the tubes right here, the faces that go on there for the caps so that you can close them, and then the back side we welded caps on and cleaned them all up, and they look really nice. So we got the bumper all drilled up. We got that all mounted. This is semi-mounted. We do have to take this back off, drill this hole a little bit bigger for the camera. We also have to drill 4 holes for the license plate, and pretty much get the license plate light bracket in place so that there's a license plate light back here. These are all drilled and tapped. I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit bigger holes on this. These are 1/4 20s. But yeah, it covers up that whole nest in the back here. And then you see how we had it drop down. He's got his little receivers in the side right there on both sides. So if he has to use a receiver vise, he can throw it in there and it's good to go. Depends on what side he's working on, since there's a crane here. So got the insides done, 2 side walls. We also got all of the straps all done, and then we mocked up and figured out what we're doing up here. So we got our 4x6 and our 6x6, and then those will get some doors on it, clam latches like we used on the previous service body build. And once everything is mounted, which we have to do a piece of angle here and then 2 pieces of angle up there, we're going to utilize this bracket right here and bolt it there, and then do 3 U-bolts over the top of that. That side's a lot easier. It's sitting on the actual beam itself, so we're just going to go underneath and then bolt it right up to the stainless ladder rack piece. So pretty simple. This bumper came out awesome. Very unique, very different, but looks really good. Alright guys, sort of skipped a bunch of videos, but as you can see, pretty much everything is done. The only thing that's left is a box, which will be in another video. Just taking a little bit longer and trying to get everything set up and correct. I didn't have enough time to really do the box, so we're going to build it this upcoming week and pretty much get it installed next weekend. But as you can see, we got our boxes on and mounted. We got our bumper, all of our cover plates and everything, and the steps. Everything came out awesome. Looks great, finishes off the rear end, really completes this entire truck itself. So what we did was we had original mounts here for the original Redding bumper, but obviously we have this crane kind of thing here. Don't know exactly what it is, some type of like pipe crane or something for the wells, but we have that there. So we just wanted to utilize those two because they were already welded there. There's nothing we can do. These are the uprates that go to this. We drilled and tapped them like I showed you. We put the camera right here, and we also put the license plate with the license plate light there. That all is removable, and then you can get to all the wiring and stuff behind it. We made the plates for the back. As you can see, we have the corner hitch mounts so that he can put whatever side he's working on, he can do. We ended up going with the 3 lights in the middle like that instead of just going right there or up here. We just ended up going that way. Looks different, looks cool, and I just love the way the bumper flows down. Creates a great stepping, you know, so you can step onto this, step onto the tailgate, step onto there, and get up to the ladder rack up here. We installed the straps up here. He left them in the back, so this is exactly what we were going to get and talk about. We made the tube right here, made it about 10 foot 6 inches, something like that. Just gives us some room in the front, and then we capped the back, did all of our mounts, used bolts on there, grade 8 bolts, used a U-bolt here. We used the original position right there, or original bracket, and then we used marine grade hinges with these slam latches that I used on the previous build. So these work perfect. They don't unlatch at all, but they seem really easy to unlatch. But as soon as they're latched, they're on there. We made this one go this way and this one go that way, so it makes it a little bit easier. We put the tailgate piece in here, as you can see. Let me get that out of the way. So riveted it on the top, then we put some button head bolts on here. You just wanted to make sure, you know, you don't clip this while you're dragging anything out of here if it's down, but it also protects the top edge from any of the pipes and such. We did the diamond plate on the inside, came out awesome. Obviously we had to notch this because of how the crane is in here, and it was a little tight right there, but we made it through. So these all close like they do on my truck beds, and then we made little kick plates that get mounted behind the steps, so just in case they hit that first, not the paint. And same thing on this side. We did all of the strap mounts. We did the tube up there, and the only thing that's left is pretty much the box, which will go here. We did move the lines that were up over the top of this post and put them in front, which I can go up and show you since the ladder's right here. Mounted these with 2 bolts, but we made a little cutout right there, mounted them. I don't know why they didn't run them like that first, but you know, some people don't think. But we end up having to clean up their mess, so is what it is. But everything looks good. I really like the 2 tubes. They look really nice. I really like the stainless latches and everything, and he wants all stainless kind of stuff on here, so obviously the rust factor, even though the frame of the crane and everything is pretty much steel, but it is what it is. Made something very unique, very cool. This bumper I freaking love. I can't wait to make an aluminum bed for my Chevy, but everything's cut out. We got the trailer plug right there, and everything still works with one another. They can still tow. It's out of the way of the crane, so really good overall finish and fit, and I definitely like it, and I'm sure he's gonna love it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you like the content, obviously. Like, comment, and share, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be the build for the box on this. So see you then, guys. Peace out.